Guess what? You are back with me, Chef Donna, at Carboni's Italian Kitchen Ballarat, and today for a salad. So no cooking utensils, just a small knife, a peeler, and a whisk. That will do the job. Ingredients for the day: rocket, a quarter of a red cabbage, a fennel. Pick the one that has more fronds because that will be part of the salad. 2 pears, corella, 2 blood orange, and walnuts. For the dressing, we are going to use the zest and the juice of the blood orange, a squirt of honey, little teaspoon of Dijon mustard, aceto balsamico di Modena, extra virgin olive oil, and salt. Let's get started. So, recipient salad bowl, and you want to go straight with the rocket. That will form the base of our salad right there at the bottom. Now, cabbage, nice and easy. Just remove the outer leaf, which normally is not just probably the dirtiest, but also it's a little tough. And with the peeler, now if you have a mandolin, go ahead with it. I love to use my peeler to do this, and I'll show you why. Nice and thin, quicker, easier to wash as well. And you just shave as you go. If you don't like cabbage and you want something more bitter, like radicchio, go ahead. I love radicchio, but I couldn't find it, so cabbage will do. No, just kidding. Cabbage is actually pretty good for a texture point of view in this salad, and especially when it's shaved so thinly, it really is like burst of flavors that radicchio won't. All right, you haven't thought about that. I know, brilliant idea. All right, that's all we need. So rocket and shaved red cabbage, purple cabbage at the moment. Now it's time for the fennel. So you want to pick some of the fronds, which are not black, of course. That will go in a salad. They're quite balsamic in flavor. They have this aniseed kind of taste, which is great. Nice and refreshing. It's a pity to throw them away. Of course, they've been washed already. First, make sure always you wash your veggie, especially when you do salad. And there you are. All right, next step will be to cut this in half and remove the bottom part and the stems. You don't need them anymore. Now don't throw them because they're great in a soup or in a stock, especially if you want to do like a bisque. They go so well in a bisque. And you can do the same by shaving it so it's nice and thin and it maintains the same texture. Nice and easy, nice and quick. 10-minute salad when you don't feel like cooking or it's too hot for a warm dish. And then salads are good, you know. We need to get better on our veggie intake, and having them raw like in a salad, it's even better. There you are, nice and shaved, nice and thin. Let's keep that for our stock. Now, you want to go with the walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, you can change with hazelnuts or pine nuts. I love them. I think that with walnuts and rocket meant to be together. Now for the pears. Cut them in half first, then in quarters, like that. Core out, nice and gentle. I don't like actually removing the skin of the pear. I quite like it, so I always make sure that I give a good wash. And I don't like them when too small, so I like the texture of it. So I'll just little wedges like that to cover the salad. Here you are. As we said, we want 2 pears. This salad will do nice for 4 people. Can be used as a side or as a light lunch. You can add any proteins in there if you feel like. Some grilled chicken, smoked salmon, or any cheese, like a goat cheese would go well in there. But for the day, I will keep it vegan. All right. There you are. That's it. Orange. Before peeling them, we want to make sure that we save the zest of 1 orange for our dressing. So don't press too hard. First, make sure, of course, your orange has been washed. Don't press too hard. You just want the thin part of the outer layer. That's where the essential oils are contained. And that's what you need for our dressing. Just 1 orange. Then top, bottom, out. And you can peel them with your knife. So you just want to remove the white part off. Like that. The white part is fairly bitter and astringent, that's why you don't want it. So just make sure that you remove it as much as you can, and then segment your orange straight into your salad like this. Those are beautiful Australian blood oranges. Super tasty, fairly sweet, but with at the same time with a good acidity. And as I like to say, it's always about balance. Second orange goes in. We don't need the zest, so we peel it straight away. As you can see, I'm using a normal kitchen knife, nothing too fancy. You just want your tool to be nice and sharp, of course. So your job will be easier and neater as well. The white goes out, and again, your segments are going in. Another reason why to use a sharp knife when you do segments is segments are quite soft, and if you start pulling, you will juice out the orange and end up just with fiber. at the end of the day. So that's it. Now, what do you want to do? The glove goes on, and you want to squeeze the juices of those oranges into the dressing bowl, like that. If you get some pulp, no worries, so good. Add to the texture of it. 1 and 2. You can run it through a juicer if you want, but the end will do. One less tool to wash. Now, all the ingredients are in our salad. It's time for our dressing. For our dressing, a stainless steel bowl and a whisk. That will do. In there we have already the zest of 1 orange, as you saw, the juices of the 2 oranges, and now it's time for a little squirt of honey. Probably is worth like a tablespoon, I'd say. If a coffee spoon, teaspoon I should say, of Dijon mustard. You want to balance out the acidity with some good balsamic vinegar. If you don't like balsamic vinegar, I suggest you to use red wine vinegar. And you want to have, I'd say, 2 tablespoons in there. A good season of salt. And you start whisking. Once the Dijon, and the honey, it's all nicely combined, that's when you want to start dripping your olive oil. I need 2 hands. So a drizzle, slowly. And you whisk as you go. You can also use a stick blender if you want to. I'm happy to use a whisk. Yes, that's exactly what you want. A bit of sweetness, balanced by the acidity and the freshness of all those zest and oranges. Goes all in. A bit more of salt just to top, and a little tongue. Don't go too aggressive. Let the dressing to form pockets, so where it gets more and where it gets less, it's all part of a salad. Don't go too heavy on it, because otherwise it will bruise. And here we are, summer salad, pear, rocket, red cabbage and fennel salads with walnuts and blood orange dressing. I hope you enjoy. Let me know how did you go. Subscribe to my channel, keep watching me, and buon appetito. Ciao!